Welcome back, everyone, to the Soul Pedal Collective, where we rise through shared light. I'm Ryan. Good to have your energy here. If you're new here, welcome. What I try to do here is I give you information on my spiritual journey experiences, because I essentially just started this year, and then also do right now just channeled messages, trying to develop a better way of understanding when downloads come in, when information comes in. And in the future, I actually plan on getting tarot cards, singing bowls, doing all that. And then also I've been trying to do kind of a modified way of guided meditation, and also practices like that. Energy work, things of that nature. So that's what we do here on the channel. You will find this video and all my videos when you're meant to. They will resonate with you when you are meant to see them, because there is energy in all my videos. And that energy will resonate with you when you need it. Everything that I have been doing with this channel so far, like getting the messages out there, getting the videos out there, it has felt very, what would be the word? It's felt surreal and also challenging, because there's a lot of times that I have trouble with motivation, especially with doing video or broadcasting. I will eventually broadcast in the future, but I used to be a video game broadcaster, like a streamer on Twitch. So, and just having to do the get up every day, stream on top of working and everything else, it burnt me out. So I don't want to run into that again, because I feel such a passion to do this ever since I started my spiritual journey. Like, I've had such a passion to do this specifically, to get videos out there, to help people awaken, to raise vibration, to get people aware, because things are happening. And the meditation that I did this morning, I kind of got some information that I had been wondering about, because I'm a very curious mind. I'm very informationally adventurous. I don't know why. Like, it came to me like that. Informationally adventurous. But I don't shy away from information. If it's like bright information, I don't shy away from it. If it's dark information, I still don't shy away from it. Like, I know eventually I will need to read up on the occult and things like that, and shamanism and Buddhism and like Taoism, everything. Because it's all connected, and you're getting little bits and pieces of everything from things. The other day, I did the channeled message, and it came through that it said, religion is not what you think it is. Organized religion is not what you think it is. And I kind of meditated on that more, because that, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it's not what you think it is? And from what I've kind of been getting told, is organized religion was the negative entities who were trying to control us, who envied the power of the gods. organized religion are their attempts at godhood. But not just that. The beings of light, the good energy beings, the ones that are trying to protect us and help us and elevate us, they instead of being like, no, like, you can't do this, it was more so not a test, but essentially a tower moment for humanity. Humanity had to go through this, had to go through pain, had to go through suffering, had to go through war. Humanity had to go through this, because if you don't experience the worst of yourselves, how will you know what the best version of yourself is what I'm being told. Like, and that's dark. So organized religion, like, when I was meditating on this, I was getting images, and I was getting like, things were actually talking to me. It was more than one entity. It was more than one being. Like, I asked this, and it was like, it started with like one person or one being in my presence and talking to me, and then it's like another being came and sat down, and another being came and sat down, and then it was like an entire stadium full of beings just sitting there talking to me and giving me images, and it's intense. And I do not have the best control of, like, my channeling ability, because it's new. And it's not like that every time for me. Like, this was, I'm guessing this was such a spiritually and emotionally charged subject. Like, organized religion has been with humanity for centuries. So, like, organized religion is essentially a part of humanity right now. Like, it weaved itself into our life. And I'm being told that was the point. The light beings are saying that was the point. That's what they wanted. And they hid things within the organized religions, in the texts, in the rituals. They hid methods and ideologies and things within the texts, because they knew that we had to experience the darkest of darks. Humanity essentially had to have mirror moment after mirror moment after mirror moment, like, in shadow work, and so many tower moments. But we had to, because if we didn't, then we would take the higher vibration, we would take the emotional awakeness, we would take the love, the joy, like the things that humanity takes for granted now, still, we would absolutely take advantage of if we were elevated to a higher vibration, if we were elevated to a 5D reality. We would absolutely take advantage of it, and we wouldn't appreciate it. So the light beings, the good energy beings, the good side, I mean, I can't really say it's the good side or the bad side, so I'm going to say the light side and the dark side, because that's what it is. So the light side wove all this stuff into organized religion that was created by the dark side, was created by the beings that envied the gods and envied us. So they created their organized religions, and that's why there's so many of them. That's why it's so different. Like, Christianity has one god. Like, Hinduism has many gods. Taoism has many gods. Buddhism has many gods. Like, so how are you supposed to know which, like, how are you supposed to know what information from which is the information that you need to know? You don't need to know. That's what I mean. You don't need to know. Because it's not the information that you need to know. It is feeling the vibration that is within the text. Feeling the vibration that is within those spiritual locations. So like a church or a temple or any spiritual or religious location. It's not knowing and it's not practicing the religion. It's feeling the vibration and feeling the resonance and feeling the energy and allowing the energy to be accepted. And in just doing that, you start your own spiritual journey. And that's why a lot of people who go to church feel the Holy Spirit. Like that's what I'm being told. I honestly, like, me, I have no problem with what people want to practice, what people want to worship. I honestly have no problem. I have no problem with it. Because it's your choice. And just like it's my choice. And I've always been agnostic. Not atheist. I've always been agnostic. I've always felt like, yes, there is something higher than us. Yes, there is something out there. Because if there isn't, that's a lot of wasted space. If you think about it, that's a lot of wasted space. Just like with aliens, I have always felt that there is life on other planets. Because if there isn't, one, wow, the hubris of humanity. We're special. We're the only ones in the universe. Really? How naive. How little thinking we are. It is not only mathematically impossible for there to be zero life elsewhere in the universe. It is so mathematically impossible that I don't know how any physicist or any theorist ever thought that, yeah, that's... We haven't seen aliens come to our planet. They don't exist. What? So, I'm going down a rabbit hole. That's how the channel messages work. It just takes me. I'm trying to get bits and pieces, and yeah, it's overwhelming. But yeah, so the organized religion, not being what we think it is, that it was used as a system. It was used as a system of control by the dark side to try to attain our energy by collecting us at those locations and practicing the religion that they wanted. That practicing the religion that fed them our energy. But upon feeding them our energy, also energy gets stored at those locations. So what the light side knew was eventually there's going to be enough energy at those locations that when people go there, they're going to feel it. And if they accept it, then they start their spiritual journey. And like, coming back to what I was saying, I think that's why a lot of people, when they go to church for like the first time and they feel that overwhelming presence, I feel that's what that is. I feel that that's what that overwhelming presence is you've accepted that, hey, there might be something higher than me. And then you go into those locations and you feel that overwhelming presence and you accept it. And you start your spiritual journey. And I think a lot of the times what the dark side kind of planned out was for that to happen. So it's very jumbled. Sorry. It seems like my thoughts are very disconnected and all over the place. I apologize. So the dark side started organized religions to gather people at locations to create wells of spiritual energy, spiritual vibration that they could use as power to essentially have the ability that they coveted. Like, have the energy, have the godhood that they coveted. And they've had it for centuries. They've had it generations upon generations upon generations. So that's why they created organized religion. And the light side saw that. And it was in a position where they couldn't really do anything. Like, they couldn't just blatantly say, no, you can't do this. Because the light side knew that humanity needed to go through tower moments and they needed to go through mirror moments to be able to find their own inner light. That's what humanity needed. And so we've gone through some dark shit because of that. Because we needed to. But the light side also knew that like the plans that the dark side had with getting those wells of energy were going to awaken people. Because all that energy, if you accept it, it awakens you. And the light side knew that. And the dark side didn't think that we were capable of awakening that way. They think that we are very naive. They think that we are very stupid. And even though all the energy and power that is within us, within every human being, they think we're naive. They think we're incapable of growing beyond ourselves because we are so stuck with ourselves based upon the systems that they incorporated to keep us stuck. And so the light beings added, the light side added little vibrational texts within all organized religions. Little bits of information that by themselves they seem harmless. It's like a word, or a phrase, or a sentence, or a picture, or a song, or a hymn, like, or a line in a hymn, or a specific note in a hymn. They left little vibrational triggers that, when it is all within the same text, causes the vibration to shift subtly. And for whatever reason, the dark side never noticed. Until it was too late. Until they already had their organized religions established. But here's where I think, like, the Crusades, plays a role. Because it was too late for the dark side to just be like, no, we can't have organized religion anymore because, like, the light side is screwing us. They couldn't do that because now organized religions were accepted. Widely accepted. But for the religions that weren't accepted, for the dark beings that had attained more power faster, didn't like that there were other beings trying to get power as well. So you had witch hunts, so you had trials, so you had crusades. And also the dark beings realized that, like, in the other organized religions, like, that vibrational trigger was more apparent. And so they would start a crusade to try to snuff out that religion for that being, for that dark side being. So, in a way, the Crusades, as dark as they were, was a dark being fighting a dark being. It was a power struggle. So that is absolutely not how I see religion. That's a very interesting way to look at organized religions now. So, and I mean, like I said, like, I've never really been religious. I did go to church a few times. I was baptized when I was younger as a kid. Really didn't even understand religion at that time. And then when I was in the military, I went to church during basic training. And I think going to church during basic training is when I was essentially the start of my spiritual awakening. Because I remember, like, I had kept stone-faced everything. But the first time, because in basic training, or I should say in Air Force basic training, every Sunday, you can either go to church or you can stay in the barracks and clean and do all that stuff. And so I went to church just because, like, I don't want to clean. I'm flipping exhausted. So I went to church, and, like, it was overwhelming. It was like an overwhelming energy, and I accepted it. For the first time ever. I accepted it, and I think that planted a little seed in me. And now I'm on this crazy spiritual journey. God, how many years later? 23 years later. No, 22 years later. I'm on the spiritual journey. So yeah, it's you don't have to go to locations to get spiritual awakening. You don't have to dip your toe into organized religion or anything. I'm just saying that that's with organized religion. That's what I'm being told is going on. Like, it's not how we think it is. So if you have felt anything like that, if you have had experiences, or if you've had revelations or anything like that, don't hesitate to comment, because I want to know. I want to know your stories. I want to know all that stuff, because I'm trying to build a community for people. I'm trying to get my energy out there, or the energy that is coming through me out there, to as many people as possible, because I'm being told, like, when people, because that's what my videos essentially are becoming. My videos are becoming like those religious spiritual well locations. Like, my videos are small little spiritual wells that when it resonates with you and you click it to watch it, the moment you start watching it, you accept the energy, it plants that little seed and it starts your spiritual awakening. It might not happen instantaneously, it might not happen within days, weeks, months, or years, but it will happen. So take that however you want. You're watching this because this video resonated with you. You've already received the energy. The longer you watch it, the more energy you're receiving. So there's that. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I do plan on doing... I should say that I had planned on doing another video later today. I'll see if I can still get one in, but we'll see. But thank you so very much. Thank you for sharing your energy. Thank you for being here. And let's continue to rise together. Have a good one.